Hey guys, what's up? How are you? In today's video, we're going to be comparing these foundations right here from Makeup by Mario. This one is the SurrealSkin Natural Finish Foundation. And this one right here is the Luminous Hydrating Foundation that he came out with. So we're going to compare these two because I want to see how different they are from one another. If I am going to be leaning a little bit more towards this one versus this one's right here. By the looks of it, you can see that it's not my favorite go-to foundation just because it was too glowy for me. I do have an oily combo skin and it didn't really wow me because again I didn't reach much for it anymore. There's other foundations that I absolutely love and adore and I reach for all the time. So of course I decided to pick up the new one to see if it's a better fit for my skin type. So just in case that you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you are here to stay and you subscribe to my channel. And if you are a return subscriber, thank you so much, girl, for coming back and hanging out with me. I really truly appreciate it. Just for a little bit of information in regards of my skin, I do have an oily T-zone. I'm pretty normal on the outer part of my face. I do have some darkness, hyperpigmentation, a little bit of discoloration around my mouth, redness for sure around my nose and my chin area, and I do tend to sweat a lot on my upper lip and my chin, so foundations tend to not stick to it, and that is really hard to find a good foundation that actually does. So I am going to be putting this one to the test on one side of my face and comparing it to this one right here because I want to see if there is a difference by the end of the day. So we are starting, it is 1:26 in the afternoon right now, so hopefully it doesn't take me too long to finish my whole entire makeup because I am ready to do another video after this one. So yeah, let's go ahead and now try the foundation. I did my whole entire skincare already, so I am not going to apply any primer because I usually don't. I just really stick to my skincare routine and then I go in with the foundation. Let's go ahead and get into the video, but before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. You can also like and comment down below because that definitely helps me out so much, and we're trying to reach my goal of a 10K by the end of the year. So yeah, every little bit counts. So thank you so much if you guys are supporting my channel. I really truly appreciate it so very much. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. Ooh, I love the packaging. You can actually see that there is a difference versus this one right here. This one has a glossy finish versus the new one that has a matte finish. I love that right away. I'm going to be able to tell them apart quickly, which I absolutely love that so much. And I decided to pick the shade in 12.0 in the new foundation from Makeup by Mario. I do have two different shades because I couldn't decide which one was good for me. So I picked up a 14.0 and this one right here is the 9W. So I'm going to end up mixing these two right here because I think 14.0 is going to be a little bit too deep for me and 9W is definitely going to be a little bit too light for me. I think 12.0 is the right one for me. So, and I am going to be using the BK Beauty brushes to apply my foundation. Let me go ahead and just apply the OG first on this side right here, and I'm going to be using the BK Beauty 101 brush. We already know this foundation is definitely going to be more on the glowy side. I'm just going to mix them both together. So I do really like the old formulas coverage as well. I think that it's a really nice, beautiful medium coverage right away. So just a little bit goes a very long way. That is definitely giving me a really nice, beautiful coverage right here for my hyperpigmentation. Let me just get a little closer. I do forget to bring myself a little closer, but you can see that it covered the hyperpigmentation that I do have here. So the coverage, it was never an issue. It was just the wear for me. All right guys, and here's how the skin looks. It's really nice and glowy. You can see how glowy it is on the skin. It gives us a really nice, beautiful medium coverage right away. Now we're going to try the new foundation on this side of my face. This is the SurrealSkin Natural Finish Foundation, again in the shade 12.0. It is a non-comedogenic, medium coverage, vegan, natural finish. There is no fragrance to it and cruelty free. The highlight that we have here is that is a foundation with a natural finish and weightless medium coverage that smooth and blurs for a second skin effect, provides all day shine control and up to 16 hours of hydration, which is really good. I absolutely love a hydrating foundation. I mean, it has all those little keywords for sure, so I absolutely love the fact that it's going to give me hydration, because again, my skin is aging. I definitely need the hydration, but I don't want it to be like slipping and sliding everywhere. So here we have the consistency of the new foundation, and I'm going to be using the BK Beauty 115 brush. I'm going to focus it right here on the center of my face because I do have some redness that I like it to be covered, going down my neck. In this shade, I knew it was going to be super good for me, like the perfect match. I absolutely love the undertone. Like, where is it? It's just matching so well with the rest of my skin. I love that. The Natasha Denona foundation that I did do a review, by the way, I did feel by editing that video that it was a little bit too much on the light side and it's a little bit too yellow for me. When it comes to Natasha Denona complexions, it's just so hard for me to find my right shade. I have tried the powder foundation, also had a hard time with the concealers, the same thing. So I definitely have to go to the store and see if I can find a better match. The one that I picked and reviewed for you guys, I think that it's a great one for sure. Like, I just don't think that is too bad, like it's like awful for my skin tone, but I do feel like it's a little bit like a shade too light for me and definitely more on the yellow side. But this one right here, this one is good. This one is absolutely perfect. Love the undertone of this foundation. Like, it just matches so well with the rest of my body, does it not? Am I seeing it right? Because I always say that, and then when I'm editing the video, I look completely different. But in person, it actually looks really good. I mean, it matches with my forehead so nicely. So again, 12.0 is definitely the way to go if you are closer to my skin tone. I love it. Like, I just feel like it actually disappeared on my skin. And the glowiness is there, but it's definitely more on the natural side versus this side right here. You can see the glowiness. It's like really out there. Not like super glossy, but it's definitely more. Comparing it to this side right here, it's a little bit more tame. I really don't know if there's going to be a huge difference at the end of the day, just because my oils are going to come through. I'm going to be using the same thing for both sides, like the same powders, the same everything, so we can really test it out, because yeah, why not? So it is really nice and blurring because it's not as glowy as this side. Like right here, I can definitely see a little bit more of my texture, my pores coming through, versus this side, it's a little bit more on the natural side, like it claims. Not matte, because it is not, but it's definitely a little bit like toned down when it comes to the glowiness. So therefore, it actually starts blurring your skin a little bit better on this side. They do both feel like they are a little sticky, but we will see if that actually sets. And I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, just adding a little bit of concealer and powder. But so far, I mean, when it comes to the coverage that it's giving me, the way that it actually just goes on to the skin is really nice. I do see a little bit of redness peeking through on my chin. Let me just see if I can cover this little friends right here with the new foundation. Can't really go down the middle. I need to help myself. So I'm going to add a little bit more of this new foundation right here on my chin. Okay, that covered the redness of my little friend, and also a little bit of the redness peeking through on my chin. I'm seeing if there is a huge difference besides the glowiness, and I do feel like the coverage is pretty much identical when it comes to both of the foundations. It is buildable. All right, guys, so I am going to do the rest of my makeup and I'll show you the final results.
Tomorrow, moving with the motion.
All right guys, so here is the completed makeup, and we have the natural finish on this side right here, and we have the luminous hydrating on this side, natural finish, luminous hydrating on this side. So do you guys see a huge difference? I'm actually seeing a difference right now because I only used the setting powder, and I did use the Makeup by Mario setting powder today to set my T-zone and just to clean up on my jawline. Just, you know, the bronzer, I sometimes it tends to go a little bit lower, so I do like to clean up that area, but I actually do not apply any powder whatsoever when it comes to this side of my face. Just the bronzer powder and as well as any powder blush. I don't use a loose setting powder or a pressed powder on the outer part of my face, especially right here in the outer part of my cheeks. So I can definitely see that this side it's a little bit more tame when it comes to the glow versus this side right here. I do see there it's a little bit more glowy versus this side right here. I don't know if you can tell, but I in person can actually tell. I'm sorry that I'm touching my hair, but I am trying to make it look presentable. Okay, anyways, so yeah, this is the final look. I am going to continue on with my day. It is 2:24 in the afternoon. I do have a volleyball game tonight at 8:30, so by 8 o'clock I am going to give you my final verdict when it comes to this foundation, and this is just a wear test slash first impressions review on this foundation. So far so good. It looks really good. I do really like this side. I do feel like it's a little bit more blurring on this side for sure, and I absolutely love the fact that it's just not matte but not like dewy. It like again it is definitely the right name for it because it is a natural finish, and I can see that it is going to be a really nice beautiful foundation, especially if you are more on the oily side like me. Of course I am going to continue on wearing this foundation, and I'm just going to wear it all over my face several times, trying it with different products just so I can give you my final thoughts when it comes to this foundation when I do my makeup speed reviews. Anyways, I am going to go and now film another video for you guys, and I'll see you guys later. All right guys, so here we have the face. It has been a little while. I got preoccupied. I was running late picking up my kids, so I was focusing on the road and I completely forgot to check with you guys. But here we have the natural side, and here we have the illuminating hydrating side, you know what I mean, the glowy side. And right now both of them are actually looking pretty much the same for me because my oils and my sweat are coming through like crazy. I have been doing the dishes, doing laundry, folding clothes, putting everything away. I have to clean my beauty area right now, and I have to put my little son, give him a bath, put him to sleep. I have lots to do, and then get ready and go to volleyball. So lots to do right now, but I just wanted to show you how the face look. I'm sorry that I am sweating. I just don't want to touch my face right now. Like I don't want to touch up or anything like that because of this review. But yeah, I mean, it's holding up really nicely, I gotta say that. But my sweats are definitely, I mean, you can see it. My sweats are coming through. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, all right, I'll check back with you guys later on tonight. 7:01 at night, and here's how the face look. Remember that this is the side where we have the natural finish, and this is the side where we have the glowy finish. And I have been doing a lot today. I haven't been really outside. It is super hot and humid the time that I actually have been outside. But here's how the skin looks, just so you can see. I haven't touched up or anything like that. We have the natural finish on this side, and we have the glowy finish on this side. You can see how much my sweats and oil is coming through right on my T-zone, especially my chin. I don't think my chin has ever been this shiny in a very long time. But yeah, do you guys see a huge difference from one to the other? I do see that this side right here, the pores are being a little bit more blurred than on this side. This side is absolutely glowy, and very dewy for sure. And here is as well, especially with my oils, but I do feel like the pores are not being emphasized as much as it is over here. My chin is really sweaty, but the product is not breaking down or anything like that. There's still foundation on my nose. I do feel like it's settling in between my brows, but that also has to do with the concealer, just because I did add foundation and then concealer. Maybe I just added a little bit too much, but it's not too bad in between my brows. But I do see that the foundation and the makeup is just settling in between my brows just a little bit too much for my liking comparing it to other foundations. I don't really think that we're going to see a huge difference or improvement as the hours pass by. I think my oils are definitely going to continue on coming through, and it's just going to look more and more alike to one another. But I do see a slight difference when it comes to blurring the pores on this side versus on the glowy side. That's the only thing that I actually do see, but my oils are still very much so like coming through and just being very dewy equally. But to be quite frank with you guys, this is pretty normal for me. I mean, if you guys have been seeing my foundation review, my skin does get very oily and very sweaty in the center of my face. That is totally normal. So the next thing that we need to do is just add a little bit of powder to see if it's going to lift or if it's going to revive the foundation, because so many of us that are oily combo skin, we have to touch up throughout the day. I mean, that is just something that we must do. So we want to make sure that the foundation is not going to lift or anything like that, that it's going to look super cute after just adding a little bit of powder. So let's go ahead and do that just a little bit. I'm going to start with my chin because seriously it is out of control. Yeah, and once you add the powder, you can see that the finish on this side is not as glowy. It's still very much a natural finish versus this side right here that is a little bit more on the glowy side. I hope that the camera is picking it up. I mean, it is a little bit of a glow, but not as glowy as this side right here. Yeah, so it's not lifting the foundation or anything like that, but to the touch, I do want to say that it still feels like it has a little bit of a tack to it. If you went to hug somebody, I'm pretty sure that it's going to transfer. I mean, let's just test it. This side right here is clean. So you can see that is transferring, and even more on this side right here. So because it really never sets in place, it is going to, you know, transfer. If you hug somebody, it's going to transfer to their clothes, which I absolutely hate so much when that happens. So I try to like give a hug like this, stretching out my neck to make sure my makeup does not transfer into their clothes, because oh my goodness, that is so embarrassing. Here is how the foundation looks now after adding a little bit of powder. It definitely revived it, and I can see that the foundation looks really nice and dewy on this side and natural finish again on this side. So it is true to what it claims the finish is. It's just that because my oils come through, then everything starts looking pretty much the same. That is it for this video, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your time, and your support. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and I will see you next time.